Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Subject Death 00. This time with a video of a demo of Forspoken. Since I got the PS5, Forspoken was going to be one of the games that I took an interest in because it looked pretty cool. Um, it looked pretty cool. The combat looked cool. The movement, the graphics, and all that. It looked really cool. The story seemed kind of interesting. So when I saw that there was a demo, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the demo. I'm gonna try it out and see what it's about. Um, so far, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. It's like I was interested in it because the trailer and all that was like, ooh, it's banging. It's like, oh, it's very flashy. It's very cool looking, and it is flashy, right? Like the combat is very flashy. It's very beautiful looking and all that. It's like it's really cool, right? Um, and that's fine. And then the movement is pretty cool too. You move around really fast. You're able to pull off combos and do a lot of flashy high jumps and attacks from the air and stuff like that. You move with speed, with great speed. It's really great. Like I'll admit that the combat is pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. But one of the biggest things, though, for me that kind of put me on the fence, which you'll see later on, is that besides the combat, besides the flashiness of it, um, one of the things that I noticed is that it behaves a lot like an MMO sort of, where you have enemies all over the place, and they're just there until you come by and then they get up to attack. Usually I wouldn't mind so much, but the reason why I mind this time is because the world is so incredibly empty, and I know I'm judging it based off a demo, right? I should wait, like I'm gonna wait until it's released to see from streamers and other YouTubers what the game is like. But so far it's like the game feels very empty, and then the enemies, they're everywhere, and they just spring to life whenever you come by. It's like they're not active doing something. They're just there until you come by and then they attack. And it's just like, that's kind of bland in a way. And then because of the fact that the map, the land and everything is just so empty, it's like that's the only thing that they have to show for it. And I'll show you. It's like, so here we come to the bridge, which is like the first area that you go to that is full of enemies that are not just the ones that are laying on the ground. And at first I was kind of confused because I didn't know that they were enemies. Like, it says danger, but it's like I didn't see them attack me or anything like that. So I was just like, okay, maybe they're friendly or something like that. Maybe there's something on the other side of the bridge. But then that's when I realized, oh, you could lock onto them and you can attack them. And then I was like, oh, these are enemies. Um, and then you see the fact that also it's like there's just so few of them. It's like I think it would have been better if they had just like filled up that bridge with like legions of enemies. Because if you got these flashy attacks that do AoE and all that, and it's like they do massive damage. Like, look at this spell right here. It's a dome of fire. Like, that would have been perfect to fight, to trap some enemies inside and keep the rest out, right? Like if it was a large number of enemies. But so far, it's like there's just been small groups that have been small clusters of enemies on the bridge that I've been able to fight and take care of without that much of an issue. And again, I know there's the demo and all that, and I'm basing this off of a demo, but it's like so far, I hope they do improve on that, because it's like so far I'm just not impressed. Like the design of enemies, like this chick right here, is really cool. Like I like the design of the character. The design of the enemies so far is very interesting. It's very artistic and all that. But it's like so far I'm not. I don't know. I'm just not impressed with it per se. um, yeah, it's. I don't know. We'll see when it comes out, and I hope there's some improvements. There's something in it, because if not, there's gonna be another game from Square Enix that they're just gonna have to just scrap, or just it's just gonna be another waste, because well, their game wasn't that they released and they ended up getting rid of. I think it was like a game that was supposed to be like a Souls-like type of game. I forgot what it was called, but it was like in the PlayStation Store. Nobody really cared for it. People who bought it were just like, eh, and they just didn't play anymore. Oh yeah, and here's a quick little clip of the protagonist's house, or I guess, yeah, I guess it's her house, or like her safe space and all that. her refuge, or safe house, but yeah, like probably one of many. I don't know how it works out, but that's her place. And again, I mean, the game visually is just so amazing. Like it really is. They really did a great job with graphically and how beautiful it looks. I mean, honestly, it's Square Enix, so I'm not surprised. Um, but it looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. But the next clip I'm gonna get into is gonna be why I'm kind of disappointed. See, this is supposed to be a fort, and a fort is supposed to have, soldiers, battlements, something. I walked in, and it's again just a small number of enemies, just spread thin all around, and just walls and stairs and pillars, and it's like, I don't think you can call. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can call that a fort, like an old, dilapidated fort that has not seen use in what, a century or something. Like it's just not that impressive. It's not. I don't know. I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking right now, but it's like it feels empty to me. Even with the flashy combat, I'm just not impressed. And I'm going to be staying on the fence for it, because it's just not that. I don't know. I want to feel like this is a game that I want to get because it looks cool, the combat is cool, but it's so far not doing it for me. 'Cause, I mean, it's just so empty. It really is empty, and that's the problem with a lot of open world games, is that, or not a lot, but specific open world games that feel empty are just not gonna do well because it's empty. There's just nothing to do, or there's just all these visuals. It's amazing and all that, but then if it's just filled up with just enemies and no towns or cities, and you get to see people living, like you see life in that open world. If you don't get to see that, then it becomes boring, because it's just an open world filled with tasks and enemies that you have to do. It's not an open world that feels alive, that you could be immersed in, that you can be like, oh man, this is amazing. I could stay in here for hours playing this game, just walking around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Forspoken, on the fence about, but yeah, I'm gonna keep on the fence with this. Thank you so very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please hit that like button, and again, thank you for watching. Peace out.
Let's not be ungrateful now.
PlayStation